I'm going to take you along today to do our online check-in for our Disney cruise, and I could not be more excited. It means that we are this much closer to our cruise, and we all cannot wait. So if you want to learn some tips for checking in, then keep on watching. Okay, so here's a tip that most people miss. You skip anything optional and return later. It can be a little stressful, especially if you're doing it at midnight. You want to make sure that you upload everything correctly. So just do whatever's required first, and then you can go back later and finish it. If you had a choice between your laptop and your cell phone to check in, I would always choose your laptop because that's going to be your most reliable and usually the fastest. But I have had times where my app can be a great backup, so make sure you have both. Another tip, if your page freezes, you can always refresh it. And most of the time, it will save the information that you've already uploaded, so don't stress about it. Just refresh it. If it seems like it's glitchy, refresh, and then try it again. Make sure that you know your check-in opening time. First-time cruisers are 30 days ahead of time, and that is midnight Eastern Standard Time. You are able to check in. If you are silver, that's 33 days ahead of time. If you're gold, 35 days ahead of time. And if you're platinum, 38 days ahead of time. Or if you are pearl, which would be amazing, 40 days ahead of sailing. When you are checking in, you want to do so as early as possible because the earlier you check in, the earlier you can arrive to your cruise, which means the sooner you can be on vacation. Now, what I do to keep everything organized and to make it easier for myself is I go ahead and send everything to my laptop, and I have another copy on my phone just in case I have to use that as a backup. And then that way I can just plug in the passports or your birth certificates if you need that for your kids or yourself. And then driver's license, make sure you have that. Your emergency contact information, flight details if you're flying, credit card for your onboard account, and any kids information if you're traveling with your kids. Now, what I do to take clear pictures of my driver's license and of my passport is I use this app called Scanner Pro on my phone, and that makes it a lot easier just to scan. You can always do it with an official scanner, but it makes it really easy if you want to do it that way. And for headshots, so a tip that I do is I just put my kids in front of a door because that's a nice clear background. Don't have to worry about anything being distracting, and that has always gone approved for us. Another thing, if you are doing this 30 days ahead of your cruise, is you will also have your onboard activities that you can sign up for. The ones that go the fastest are the Royal Gathering. That one definitely goes the fastest. It's literally a gathering of the princesses, and it makes it easier to see them all at once. I would highly recommend it. It's free, so why not? But those do go really fast. If you are trying to book those, look for the furthest out date. And if you're a larger party, then try to do it just for a few guests, maybe 2 guests in the beginning, because I've noticed that when I try to book it for a large party, like for all 6 of us at once, it's a lot harder for some reason. Once I do like 3 of us, then I'm able to book it, and then you can go back and book the next 3 for the same time. Going to DisneyCruiseLine.com. Now that I have logged in, we're going to already booked and then my reservations. All right, so you see your cruise, it'll say stateroom paid and then online check-in. So you'll click on check-in, and then it will say check-in and make boarding the ship a breeze. So you click begin check-in, and it'll show you guest information. So you're going to click on those. Now, if you've already been on a cruise before, usually this will be auto-populated, so it makes it a lot easier. Just review everything, make sure it's all correct. Yeah, so just double checking everything. And then travel document information. You can use your passport, birth certificate. There's lots that you can actually use, or your passport card. Use the appropriate drop-down. I'm gonna select passport. And this is really important and will save you time. Make sure everything is saved in JPEG, PNG, or JPG. because I've saved it in other formats before and then it's saying, oh, it won't upload, and you're trying to check in as fast as possible and it really sets you back. So try to have everything saved in those formats. You're gonna click upload a photo.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, hello Siri. I'm gonna go to my cruise documents on my computer and click on my passport. Mine is already in a JPEG. And what's nice is once you upload it, then it will auto-populate all of the information in for you, so you don't have to type the identification number. For the security photo, that's again all of those accepted formats, the JPEG, PNG, JPG, and you want to make sure that all of your photos are in full color, they're clear and well lit, and using no filter. It should include only you from your shoulders up and facing the camera without your hands displayed, kind of like your driver's license photo. And do not take a photo of an existing photo. Do not wear a hat, so I could not be wearing this in my picture, or any object on your head, and do not wear sunglasses. It is okay to wear glasses. I've been able to have ours approved with glasses, but for the most part, if you can, even take off your glasses just to be safe, that's the best thing to do. So I'm gonna upload our photo, and then it'll ask, at least for me, or if it's a female, will anyone in your travel party be pregnant 24 weeks or more at any point during the sailing? So you select the appropriate one for that and click save. All right, and then it'll move on to the next guest, and you will double check all of the information is correct. We have uploaded all of our information. Next is an onboard account, and this is what will be charged during your trip. Now we're going to click onboard account, and you're going to add a credit or debit card, cash or other, and charges paid by another guest. So you will select whatever is appropriate for you. I do like to use my Disney Visa because it gives you some perks, and I will leave a link for that in the description below. Anything to help save some money, right? It all adds up in the long run, that's for sure. And it will allow you to choose who will pay for the incidental cost of your guest. And I will select that for all of my kids and for my husband. And these guests can make purchases to your account without you present. So you could decide if you want your kids to be able to do that or not. We personally don't, just because we're going to be with them the whole time, and just would prefer to have oversight when we are with them. So I'm also going to select, we actually have 2 staterooms because there's 6 of us total. So it's exciting. Make sure you're subscribed so you can see our tour of our connecting staterooms and how we're able to do that as a family of 6. Then you will select guest authorization, loading, and we are going to go to the next section, which is traveling with children. Provide child debarkation information and register children for youth clubs and childcare. So this is helpful because if you want to send your kids to the kids club, then you could have all the paperwork out of the way. We did forget last time and we had to do it while we were there, and that was kind of a pain. It did take a little bit longer, probably about like 30 minutes because we have 4 kids. So we had to do paperwork for everyone. So definitely make sure you try to do this ahead of time. So we're going to register them. And then you have your travel plans. This is going to keep Disney informed of your arrival and departure plans. For your cruise, are you flying in for your cruise? And we are not, we are going to be driving. So make sure again you tune in for that. Where are you going after your cruise? We are going back home. How are you leaving the port terminal? There are Disney transfers. We are going to have our vehicle parked at the terminal, so I'll select that. And then there's shared travel plans, which makes it a lot faster to just select that, so I don't have to redo it again for my 2 kids in my stateroom. And then you're going to select a port arrival time. This is the most exciting part, in my opinion. And then you have the cruise contract, so you want to make sure to review that. You can also print it or send it via email. very long. Click I have read and understand the cruise contract, and you're all set. You completed your check-in. This is the next really important part. So for your port arrival form, you really need to make sure you bring this with you because it makes your life a lot easier. You can either save it to your phone, which is what I usually do, or you can print it out and bring it with you too. Whatever works best for you. This is very important. Don't pack your important travel documents in your bag. You make sure that you bring those with you. And also double check the prohibited items as well. Now, a few things to know: if you make a mistake, don't worry. You can just go back into your account and click online check-in again, and then click edit. So it makes it really easy. You don't have to stress. Or let's say you want to go back and update the kids' forms or sign them up for anything. You can always go back and do that later. Also, something else that helps is I have had my computer not work for online check-in. I'm not sure if it's Disney's website or if it was mine, but you can always check in using your Disney Cruise Line app. So make sure you have that downloaded too. And you probably have already done that once you booked your cruise, but if not, make sure that you download that and that it's updated. So go to your app store and then click update if there are any updates. Making sure that you check all the boxes before you even check in, so that way everything goes smoothly, is very important. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful, and I look forward to sharing our adventure with you on our cruise. If you made it to the end of the video, put a Disney cruise ship, make sure that you're subscribed, and I really appreciate you being here. See you real soon.